This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. A Sunday broadcast of the NBA. It's the Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome to play.
And the players getting reacquainted prior to the tip. A pretty loose atmosphere out there. Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. From the booth, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Lakers. And manning the middle, a champion in his lone season at Kentucky. And the 2012 #1 pick overall, shot blocker extraordinaire, Anthony Davis. Then it's LeBron James. And then for the Phoenix Suns,
Everybody knows how brutal the Western Conference can be, and part of the reason the Lakers were able to make it to the playoffs is because they were above 500 in the West, which is pretty impressive.
so the Lakers win the tip. And here's Russell. Kicks it to LeBron. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty, the way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
I tell you what else I like is his attacking mindset too, Steve. No matter where he is on the court, when he gets possession, he will turn it up and turn it on and run out. Most of the time, he doesn't stop until he's laid the ball in the hoop.
Well, going back to the Lakers in the West, they would end with a 28-24 record against the rest of the conference. That record falling right in line where they finished in relation to the rest of the West.
Well, that record was really the big reason that they were able to catch up to Utah and end up passing them for the last playoff spot. Lakers fans may not be happy with how quickly they exited the postseason, getting swept by the Spurs, but they did make a good push at the end of the season just to get in.
So it's Phoenix now after the missed three from Russell.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Now, here is Russell. Davis with his screen on Durant. 6 to shoot. Reeves makes it off the glass.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires. The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
Now, here is Russell. LeBron kicks to Russell. Lakers working the ball around now. Davis drives in. Gets it to go. Davis has got 5 points so far.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Metrodelli, they get it back. Second chance shot. LeBron with the block. And they get it back. The Suns shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here on the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Beasley, he's covered by Landry. Beasley kicks to Walker. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Walker's got his first bucket of the night. There's the screen. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. The Suns making a switch here. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Payne. Phoenix, no good that time either. Number 28. And that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles on. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
It had been half a decade since the Lakers hadn't won the Pacific Division, and their back-to-back titles. It was quite the fall from grace they took, as the Kings of the Pacific would end up 8-8 and third in the division a season ago.
Here's Payne. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Touching back on the Lakers in the Pacific Division, you look at the problems they had with how they played, Steve, and the way the rest of the division stacked up. You could see the problems lining up for them.
Well, the division got better, Kevin. I mean, that's the big thing. Both the Clippers and the Warriors turned out to be excellent teams. And, you know, Phoenix and Sacramento, not so much. But in the end, I mean, the Lakers really had to deal with a couple of teams that were just flat out better than them.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, Kevin Durant last season joined the exclusive 180 club. Over 50% from the field, 40% from three-point territory, and 90% from the line. It's the gold standard of shooting efficiency, something only 5 other players have done in NBA history. It was a goal of his going into the season, but his ultimate goal still remains: to win NBA titles.
Yeah, championship mentality, Doris. Good point. Thanks. Free, over by Beasley. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Schroeder. The feed now to Walker. And the pass to Beasley. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Okoyan. Pushes it down to first.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
You know, after the 2004 realignment of the divisions, the Suns jumped out quickly and secured the Pacific title a few times, but even in their long stretch as one of the top teams in the West up until the last few years, they've waited a long time to win another Pacific title.
The dish to Ross. Off target from outside. The Lakers in the lead. Walker the pass to Thompson. Back to Walker. And the shot is good. Well, the last Suns division title coming in 2007. And with the way the rest of the division has buffed up, Steve, their roster is now looking very strong. The Suns were forced to rebuild, and now it may take a while.
Yeah, that's true. The division is getting tougher all the time with Golden State and the Clippers getting better. The Lakers, are going to bounce back quickly. But the Suns have a strong history. One of the great records in NBA history as a franchise. In fact, fourth highest winning percentage of all time after the Lakers, Celtics, and Spurs.
3-on-3. Pass to Gabriel. Feeds to Thompson. Lakers passing it around. It's stolen. Here's Payne, guarded by Walker. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
And he knocks down the ball. Hey, going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Now here's Beasley. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Intercepted. He feeds it to Ross. 4-on-3 as they bring it up. Unloads. The Lakers rebound. LeBron outside. The second chance effort. Right through the knee for the layup. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game.
It has become a trademark for him.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Lakers lead by 4.
Now, presented by Sprint. Hello and welcome. We've got a great one underway at U.S. Airways Center. The Lakers are looking good at the midway point. They've been relentless attacking the rim, dominating in points in the paint, and the bodies down low have been banging away. The first half a productive one for LeBron. He's picked up 4 points and has also grabbed a couple rebounds. And the Suns keeping at it. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Tough start for Terrence Ross. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. And that'll be our report. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Well, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
Now here's Paul. Here's Eaton. And the officials whistle. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
And here is Los Angeles now. A 2-point game. Reeves the pass to Davis. Durant with the steal. Here's Paul. Russell with the block. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Dishes it to Booker. From past the arc. No good. And it's the Lakers the other way.
Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick in 2012. An interesting note here, guys. He and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist were the first college teammates ever to be selected with the first and second picks of the draft. Bet you guys didn't know that.
Gotta love it.
He kicks it to Paul. For three. Gets it to go. You mentioned the 2012 draft. Also, when you look at Davis and MKG and then Bradley Beal, also the first time that three college freshmen, Steve, went 1, 2, and 3.
And not to mention all three players coming from the SEC.
Right, exactly.
Strange, but a lot of promise from that draft. A lot of good talent.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, for the Lakers last season, it seemed there was so much turmoil throughout the year. Injuries, coaching-wise, changes in the offense. They never were able to really gain any momentum. They made a decent run at the end of the season, but that didn't carry over into the postseason when they were swept by the Lakers in the first round.
And the Lakers have possession after the made shot from Booker. 5 to shoot. LeBron with it. Off the left rim and out. I think going back to D'Antoni and the Lakers, that Howard and Gasol were made maybe a little disgruntled. He made use or didn't make use of them offensively.
You know, the Lakers brought in D'Antoni to try to emphasize Steve Nash and his role in the offense, but I think they neglected how that would affect the 7-footers. Didn't do a really good job of incorporating those guys, and when you've got Kobe getting his shots, that's a tough dynamic to work through.
And so here's Phoenix after LeBron James's miss.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Free throw good, LeBron.
You know, the Suns really had a lot to overcome as they started the rebuilding project, and they just weren't the same team the home crowd was used to seeing. And the struggles were evidenced by that 17-24 record here at home.
This is it to Russell. He dishes it to Booker. Inside, goes back up, and he sinks the layup. 6 points for him. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the Suns, who have been so good for so long here at U.S. Airways Center, it really was strange to see them drop so many games on their home court.
Well, to give you an idea of just how dominant this team has been here in Phoenix, this was the first time since the end of the 2003-2004 season that they didn't have a home record better than 500.
Gets it to go. And the Suns lead by 2.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
LeBron James on the way. Gives him the lead pass. Kicks to Davis. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Here's Paul. It's outside in Phoenix. And we'll be back right after this.
This is real tough. I'm a real
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Davis drives in. Left side, Davis. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Ring shot on the way. Kevin Durant with the rebound. The Suns shooting for the game at 42%. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Durant's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Suns.
And one thing that Durant has made very clear in his young career is that he's going to be a factor in clutch situations. He wants the ball in his hands with the game on the line.
You know, he's got that lean, thin body and looks a little wispy and carefree out there. But underneath that jersey beats the heart and edge of, I think, a killer in terms of putting the ball in the basket.
Here is Durant, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And the layup is good. And the Suns lead by 2.
Looks to me like they hit the refresh button here in the second half after shooting less than 40% from the field before the break.
Yeah, they managed to hold down the fire. Ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed layup. And say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
It's LeBron with the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. So he comes up empty at the line. Suns have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Durant dishes to Booker. The feed to Russell. Leads him in there. That gives them the lead. And it's 9 points for LeBron.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
Their plan is one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. There's 57 seconds left in the game. They double him with Russell. Outside Durant. Shoots from 14. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Reeves defended by Booker. Russell kicks to LeBron. Davis. It's in!
Oh, what a basket in at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
For 3! No good from Booker. The Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll return possession. That's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice work there. Steps up, knocks them down, and makes it a 2-possession game.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock, and so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. It's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Metrovelli misses the three. And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Suns call time. They're losing by 8. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's out of reach, so I'm not sure why they're calling the timeout here. Maybe just to try to work on something, maybe an out-of-bounds play or something.
Well, they might as well talk about what movies they want to see or what they want to surf on the internet, because this is...
So the Lakers take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron James.
Like a Rubio, I keep it coolio. I do my duty and keep it moving like a woozy. I can't help it if they choosy. Like my girl bad and bougie. I feel like I'm underrated like that last break. All the data and the analytics couldn't track a drip when I'm in a dip.